I don't really know where this lesson is going to land, but I feel like I need to talk about it. I was on the phone with my sister yesterday, and my sister's 2 years older than me. So for context, we have different fathers. We grew up in a blended family, and we did not believe in step anything. I'm a stepmother. So I think where this message is going to go, I'm just going to let the spirit lead me. And I also want to maintain the integrity of the conversation that my sister and I had. But in essence, we were talking about just life experiences and how they shaped us and how us shaped the way that we saw ourselves, and specifically how she saw herself and the things that she believed about herself based on her access, or based on the access that her stepmother had with her. I knew that she didn't have a positive relationship with her stepmother. But just hearing her talk about some of the ways that it really truly impacted her. And now I'm 40, she's 42. We're still to be having the conversation and feeling that emotion to this day, and still unlearning and unpacking some of the trauma that came with just not being loved appropriately, loved properly, accepted, or even just treated fairly. Even if that person didn't love her or resented her for existing, you didn't have to mistreat her. And it really just kind of upset me that she had these experiences, because I love her. And I could also see how those experiences translated to our relationship as sisters. So all that to get off the phone and be standing in the kitchen cooking. And I'm referring to Dion as my stepdaughter only in this video for context. I do not view her as my stepdaughter. I love her. I love her father. They are an extension of their father. But even if, God forbid, anything happened with Danny and I, his children in my eyes I would still consider them children of mine, right? I did not give birth to them, so I would never, overstep that boundary. But if they ever needed me, my love would never stop for them. With that being said, we're standing in the kitchen and I'm cooking, and you can see she's just kind of lingering around. It's like it's our exchange day. We exchange on Thursdays, this week on, week off. And so I haven't seen them. And I'm just asking her about her week. I want to know everything. How are her friends treating her? How are her teachers treating her? How has her time been with her mother? And recently, we drove all of their stuff from where they moved from. And gladly we did it, because they're our family. And I asked her, now that you have all your furniture and all your clothes, like all your stuff, like how do you feel you're at mommy's place? And we're just talking, right? So we couldn't get our beds together. Mommy couldn't find her drill, or mommy didn't have her tool or whatever. And I was like, your dad has plenty of tools. Why didn't you just call us? Why didn't you call daddy? Like, daddy will come over and he'll put the beds together. Like, whatever you need, just call us. And she kind of hesitated. And I was like, Dion, you do understand that you could call us for anything. Your mom could call us for anything. We're not enemies. We're family. Mommy and daddy don't hate each other. They just aren't together anymore because they weren't happy. But that doesn't stop the care that's going to be given to you and your brother while you're under the parentage of your mother. Your mother is a part of our family. We are a family no matter what. And we don't hate each other. We're not enemies. So there should never be a time where y'all are at the house and you need something that very specifically your dad can do, and that is what he does. He's literally a contractor. Tools upon tools upon tools. There should never be a time where you even have to hesitate to call us. If you can't reach daddy, call me. And I'll say, daddy, they need you over there. What I realized as I'm telling her, and just having that conversation with my sister, is that not everybody thinks like that. Not everybody believes that a blended family includes all participating parties in the family. You're sharing children with people. You're sharing children with people. There needs to be a level of love, a level of family, and a level of respect. So as I continue cooking and I'm trying to explain to her, I can kind of tell something is in her heart, there's something in her heart she's trying to express. And so I said, okay, well, what else is going on? And how's school? And da-da-da-da. So I'm asking her like different questions and stuff. And she was like, well, I was just thinking about when I become an adult. I was like, okay, what about being old? She was like, well, when I have kids. And I was like, you're thinking about having kids? And she was like, well, yeah, I wonder, like, will I find a man who will love my children? Dion's 10. And you could kind of see the tears kind of in her eyes. And I said, Dion, are you scared that you'll have children and that person will leave you? Are you scared of having to share your family, though, that we have to share back and forth? And she said, yes. That is a fear that she has. And it's not an experience. She's just hoping that if she has children and it doesn't work out, that someone will still love her anyway. I said, the reason why, let me explain something to you. The reason why your parents are together, I can assure you and your brother were at the forefront of their priority. That whatever dysfunction was happening where they weren't seeing eye to eye anymore, things were not working anymore, they felt like it was best overall, including for their children, to not be together anymore. And the blessed part about it is that I believe that, and this is me speaking to her, that your mother has the wisdom and discernment to choose someone who will love you, and your father has already done that. Because there are people who are in relationship and their children still don't believe that, like, they see them in relationship, but they're not like in love. They don't like each other. They're not friends. They don't respect each other. So yeah, they have both parents in the house, but they really would rather the parents not be together. What she's seeing and feeling right now as a child, she doesn't want that for her own children. Based on what she's seeing, the type of love that me and her father are creating in our home, and what I pray that her mother will create in her home when she chooses to be in a relationship again, that those will set a precedent for her on how to choose a partner in the future. That she will have learned through watching us make choices related to them and the way that we love and respect each other, that will help her to choose a partner that, if she ever decides to have children, that they will stay together. So I want her to take her time. You have plenty of time, baby girl. You have plenty of time. And we will continue to raise you in a way that you choose someone to be in relationship with. When you choose a partnership, you're going to have so much wisdom and discernment that you're going to have lots of like examples of like, well, my mom treats me like this, and my stepmom treats me like this, and my dad treats me like this, and my brothers protect me, and my sisters love me. And like, you're going to be so protected that the choices that you make, you will be able to prevent some of the choices that we made too soon. We prioritized love way too soon. We did not know what healthy love looked like when we chose partners before each other. And even now, even having brought that trauma into our relationship, it impacts our marriage. It impacts us. And we go to therapy. We're like individually to make sure that we're unpacking the things that we have carried into our new relationship, our marriage, and so that our kids have a fighting chance where we actually have the education and understanding of why we made certain decisions, and helping to make sure that our children don't make those decisions, and we don't traumatize them to where they are looking for love somewhere else. It is a priority for me to let her know that I understand her hurting of seeing her have to go back and forth between two parents. And listening to my sister's testimony and listening to what she experienced under the hand of someone who was married to her father but never cared about her. Ugh. That is so unfortunate. And I know so many children in Dion's situation where they have to be split between parents, or they only have one parent, or the parents are together and it's dysfunctional. And I don't want to contribute to any pain or trauma that could shape the way that she perceives herself and her experience as a child in this situation. I love her, and I wish that the way I love her, that other women or parents, step-parents, really be careful about how they treat the children under their care. because it truly does impact their self-worth. It impacts the way that they view themselves. It impacts the way they view relationships. And it could harm them if you don't truly care about them or love them. And if their parent, their natural parent, is choosing a partner who doesn't care about them, there is something wrong there. Like, I couldn't imagine ever being with somebody who didn't like truly love my children or treat them with true kindness and care. So I definitely feel like that was a moment last night where when she was saying like she wished that she kind of had both her parents, I'm like, you can say that to me. I don't think that it means that you want to take your dad from me for your mom. I just think that all people, all humans kind of crave having both of their parents in a healthy, loving relationship. I get it. It would be so much simpler to have both your parents in one house, loving you and loving each other. And I just hope that if you get the opportunity to care for someone else's children, that you tread lightly. And do not enter a relationship with people who have children if you don't like children. Do not enter a relationship with people who have children if you don't like their children, or if you take issue with the other parent. The other parent can be flawed, imperfect, and an asshole, and it still should not dictate how you treat the child. Because it is not fair to demean the self-worth of a child because you wish they didn't exist. It's not fair. Lots of people are blending families, and you don't have to be an evil step-parent. You can like and love the children that you are responsible for. You don't have to isolate them or treat them differently. And it's fucked up if you do. So we cried. We cried, and I let her know that her mother is our family. No, it's not ideal to have to share you back and forth every week. And that it's better, even more so, that I got a chance to be in your life. So when I hear stories like my sister's, it makes me want to whoop somebody's ass, because it's just not right and it's just not fair. Your parents loved each other. They made you in love. You weren't a mistake. You weren't, you are a child produced in love. So I have to assume that the decision not to be together was also made with love in mind. But no matter what, we're family. Her mother is our family. And I think that that's important, an important mind frame, an important perspective that really needs to be more common. Because it boils down to human decency. It boils down to just being a good person. You get in a relationship with somebody who has children, you're a family with that person. You're a family with all parties involved. Period. If you can't handle that, don't do it.